Spare the rod, spoil the parents. Spare the rod, spoil the parents. Where the hell are any of these parents at? You know, if these parents are any good, then their damn sons wouldn't be joining all these stupid ass gangs. And I like that New Mexico state trooper. Woo! He's like, you gangbangers want to come up the Red River? You can come up the Red River, but you probably ain't going to leave. Banditos. Spare the rod, spoil the parent. You spare the rod, spoil the parent. Why would these motherfuckers join the Banditos? Well, that's a family. That's a brotherhood. That's a family. Now they got a clique. Now they got a nation. They say that's not just the motorcycle club, the Banditos motorcycle club. No, it's the Banditos nation. This is a gang. This is a gangbanger shit thing. And the Waterdogs? Apparently the Waterdogs are a lacrosse team. Right here it says the Waterdogs lacrosse team. So you got a lacrosse team who's up against a motorcycle club? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? The Waterdogs are the first PLL expansion team, premier. Let's see here. Andy Copeland, founded 2020. Whip, Snakes, Cannons, Chaos. I'm going to assume that I'm in the wrong country, probably with the Waterdogs lacrosse. Does anybody in America even know what the fuck this lacrosse sport is? There's a sport named lacrosse. The Waterdogs, the motherfucking Waterdogs Motorcycle Club. So, the Banditos, they're a motorcycle club like Hell's Angels. I don't know I don't mind you driving your fucking motorcycles, but when you start making them into like clubs, what are you doing? Are you doing charity events? Are you raising money to build housing for the poor? I like that kind of stuff. It just seems like you're a criminal gang. You're just... Hey, we all got bikes and we want to be a bunch of fucking assholes and just, be a bunch of a criminal organization who also drives motorcycles, and legally registers with the state. So it all started over a photograph. Apparently, if you're a water dog, you better not take a picture with the Banditos. If you're a Bandito, you don't take a picture with the Sharks. And if you're a part of the Jets, you don't mix and mingle with the Bloods and the Crips and the MS-13. The MS-13, that's Nicaragua, right? And that Nicaragua is at El Salvador. So MS-13, fight over photograph sparks New Mexico biker brawl. A fight over a photograph between the Banditos biker gang. Let's see what the Independent has to say, huh? So this is just from their own websites. The Banditos, they come out of fucking Texas. Good old Don Chambers. He was making this annual pilgrimage to the goddamn motherfucking... Every year he would just go down there and go to the fucking Mexico. He would go to the bullfights. There's a bunch of bullfightings in Sonora, Mexico, and that's where he went in 1965. They tell us it's an annual event, but they only say one fucking year he goes. But okay, sure, this fucking Don Chambers, some piece of shit named Don Chambers. Don Rickles, no, and even lesser notorious Don Chambers. Yeah, even less. Don Rickles is nobody. Don Chambers is even less than him. So Don Chambers, he's the Joseph Smith of the Banditos, right? He's the founder. He's the Nathan Bedford Forrest of the Banditos. In 1965, he's going to these bullfights in Sonora, Mexico. And then he goes to a local cantina, and then they say, hey, who is that? And then that's old DC. That's DC and his American Banditos, and then that's where the name was born. And then March 1966, the Banditos Motorcycle Club was born. There's a Houston chapter. That was the mother chapter. Then a Southwest Houston chapter, and that was the father chapter. And then a grandmother chapter. And then a year later, you had full patch Banditos. Full patch, holy shit! You get what, 3 eye patches or something, and then you become a full black belt Bandito. The Federales in Mexico killed Sunshine. A Bandito was killed. His name was Robert Paulson. The first one was killed. The last time they went to Mexico, they're like, you know what? We're sick of getting killed in Mexico. We're not going back to Mexico. So this annual event became just a fucking 1-2 time fucking thing. Sunshine got killed. The Federales in Mexico killed Sunshine. Why? I don't even fucking know why. And then they had a sentence like he was the first one killed, and then that was the last time going to Mexico. I don't know why we're juxtaposition. The first time Sunshine is killed and the last time... I thought it was annual too, Every year we're doing the bullfight thing. Well, just because Sunshine was kind of he was provoking them. He pulled out a gun. He was drunk and he was shooting, he about shot 20 times. Like, what were they? The annual voyage to Mecca lasted 2 years. So that's not much of a tradition. No, the first year tradition, I guess, maybe the tradition is to just ignore the bullfighting. All right, we're going back to tradition. We don't go to the bullfights ever. And then apparently with the Banditos, there's chapters all over the world. There's some in South and Central America and then all over the world. Like that Narim Shafe. Hello to our viewers all over the world. Hello to our viewers all over the world. It's just like Narim Shafe. Let's see, on the Waterdogs, I have to talk to you about Waterdogs later because I don't even... Hell's Angels, right? Hell's Angels. Is it true Jesse the Body Ventura is part of the fucking Hell's Angels? What's the history of the Banditos? The notorious Banditos biker gang was again at the was at the center of a shootout. Memorial Day weekend in the small town of Red River. Red River, where's this? Red River, come over. Red Rover. Okay, Red River is by Red Rover? No, it's by Ridgeview Lodge Rental in Red River Ski and Summer Area in the Roadrunner RV Resort. And the Elephant Rock Campground and the Enchanted Circle Regional Fire. Fire what? Fire ... So it's like... It's a cliffhanger, you know? It's a motherfucking cliffhanger. 3 people died. 2 of them were Banditos. 1 was a Waterdog. The Banditos originated in Texas. Now they got a presence in New Mexico. They were there 2 years ago. Prior to this incident happening, you know, this would have never happened with Woodstock. This would have never happened with the hippies, left-wing hippies, a bunch of peace, love, you know, freedom hippies. Just have what? Just a couple, no cops, no pigs, but you'd have crime fighters, people that actually want to stop the crime. So a couple like security guards, crime stoppers, bouncer kind of people. 400 to 500 Banditos from Texas to the New Mexico state line. Damn, so 500 of them were on their way. And then the deadly shootout between the Waterdogs and the Bandito closed Red River. Nobody's going to... They made that river run red that day. All 8 individuals have been identified as outlaws. It's kind of crazy. So basically, has nothing to do with New Mexico or Taos or Red River or anything. It's just you had this big festival and then these outside fucking fucks, you know, ran into each other. Oh, wow, you're a part of a motorcycle club. Our motorcycle club is better than your motorcycle club. Is it? Is it better? Good. I mean, if it is, I don't care. Do you enjoy it? Is it? I only like it if it's better than your club. But that's, look at these jackets. Our jackets are so much better than your club. The Banditos and the Waterdogs do not like each other. No siree, Bob. No siree, Bob. No siree, Bob. Bub, you hear me, Bub? Back in 2006, authorities arrested and charged 5 Banditos with murder after 8 people were found with gunshot wounds in cars on a farm in Toronto, Canada. 10 years later, shootout, the Cossacks, Twin Peaks, Waco, 9 people dead, 18 injured. New Mexico prosecuted several cases. FBI busted drugs in 2017. Murder Rio Rancho 2020. There was arrest this past February. Let's see. Red River. The Enchanted Forest, Bobcat Pass Wilderness Adventures, Rockin' 3M, Chuck Wagon, Sawmill Mountain, Greeny Peak, Van Diest Peak, Black Mountain. There's already a Black Mountain, you son of a bitch. Where is this Black Mountain at? I feel Black Mountain is calling me. It's by Red River. Oh, okay. Right there by south of Ash Mountain South and Little Costilla Peak, but north of Touch Me Not Mountain and to the right of Relica Peak and Gold Hill and Wheeler Peak and Lobo Peak and Flag Mountain. Okay, Questa. Okay, so it's just goddamn east of Questa. You know how big Questa is? There's nothing in Questa. So Red River is like smaller than fucking Questa. Questa is over this direction over here. When I lived in Costilla County, I liked going to Taos more frequently than I liked going to Alamosa or Monte Vista. And so when I was in Costilla County, that was, you know, the Taos was just as far of a distance to Monte Vista. So which, you know, hour and a half, which way you want to go. So go through Questa. Questa is just a tiny little, there's a couple things. I'm going to say they got like a dollar store and maybe some other shit. They had a nice little pizza place. But there's nothing there. You have to go to Taos if you're going to go get your shit done, right? So Questa is maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes south of where I was over there by Costilla County. So it's kind of close to me, but it's kind of not. It's kind of like 2 hour drive away from me now. But, I mean, this is my ballpark. This is in the Eagle's Nest Ute Park. This is in the park of the Elizabeth Taos Ski Valley. It's in the valley. So it's close by. It's close by. And, it's just, you just got to go down the ways and then over the ways and then, around the mountain and through the woods. And then you'll be in Taos. So Red River, they got teepees here. I wonder what these teepees are about in the maps here. Whoa! It's not saying what it is, but that's Red River. Red River, Red River. I want Marcus Aurelius to come over. Do we have any more? See, a fight over a photograph, Banditos. You're not supposed to take pictures with the opponent, right? Your mortal enemies. If the Bloods were taking pictures with the Crips, or the Crips was taking pictures with the Bloods, since apparently it's okay for everybody to be a bunch of gangbangers. If you're not a right-wing sovereign, then you're a goddamn motherfucking bandito, right? That's pretty much... Nobody's doing this democracy thing anymore. What? Caucusing? Democrats, Republican. Huh? What? Constitutional Democratic Republic? I don't understand. That's too heady for me. So, Waterdogs. 3 people were fatally shot. They arrested somebody. I was going to pull that up. Let's see some other stories. Donald is convicted of rape, and yet he's the front runner. He's looking like he's going to become president. Remember with that Epstein? There was a lawsuit with Donald Trump and Epstein before he became the president. And it's like, you would think that, I mean, that's weird, right? You don't want shit like that happening, right? Epstein and Donald going around. The allegation is that they raped her. They raped a kid. Epstein and Donald did. There was a federal lawsuit, and they went ahead and took that down. So, Donald's convicted of rape. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to talk about transgendered folks. But we're going to finish this story up here. How? 12 minutes? I think we're doing all right. Let's keep it rolling. This is good stuff. Tim Johnston. State Police Chief Tim Johnston's like, no gangbangers coming around here. Shots rang out at 5 p.m. Saturday. Responding officers found 2 dead, 6 injured. All were members of the organized motorcycle gang. So basically it's just contained, right? It's Hell's Angels came into town, and then they shot up some other, the Angels Hells, right? And then it sucks, right? I wonder, they're beefing over a photograph, so, they've arrested the shooters and the people responsible, so there's going to be justice. And so if anything, there's no threat. It sucks, right? I mean, who are the people that were RIP to, and if they're innocent, right, there could have been an innocent bystander. Some of them could have just been, like the leather. I just wanted to wear leather. I didn't know we were going to get shot. I thought we were just going to wear leather. All were members of organized motor gangs. 1 injured was airlifted to Denver. 5 were taken to area hospitals where 1 was pronounced dead. So according to Chief Johnston, a confrontation over a photograph had been sparked in Albuquerque between the Banditos gang from Texas and New Mexico-based Waterdogs, which is a lacrosse team. Something as stupid as that. Somebody taking a picture with a different gang. Huh. So here you have Jacob David Castillo. 3 dead, been identified. Anthony Silva, 26 of Los Lunas, New Mexico. Randy Sanchez, 46 of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Damian Brew, BREAUX, 46 of Socorro, New Mexico. Jacob David Castillo, 30 of Rio Rancho, New Mexico, has been charged with 1 open count of murder. Injured in the incident, he remained hospitalized on Sunday, and he's going to be booked into the Taos County Detention Center upon his release. Also injured was Christopher Garcia, 41 of Texas, who was charged with possession of cocaine when he was released from the hospital, booked into jail. So probably should have got rid of that cocaine there, huh? There, Capitan. So, I wonder, it seems like the guy's going to be in jail forever, right? I mean, you can't just go into other people's neighborhood and just start attacking people. So here's Jacob David Castillo. This is the guy that's been charged with murder. So part of me is like, okay, that's not a regular citizen. Can people identify with a gangster or not a gangster? Man, you don't understand. He shot at me, I shot at him. You just don't understand, man. Or they're they're gangsters and they came gangbanging, right? Gangbangers, gangbanged, and then it's kind of an open shut case. I wonder how that'd be an interesting case. That'd be an interesting case. So let's see, Damian Brew, 46 of Socorro. What else is going on? Christopher Garcia, 41 of Texas, right? Cocaine. Matthew Charles Jackson, 39. Unlawful carrying of a firearm in a liquor establishment, okay? Booked into the Taos County Detention Center. So there's a little tricky law there. Is that a gun? In a liquor store? Nope, not around here, bucko. 4 other injured people between 31 to 53. They're not going to be identified unless they're charged with a crime, DPS said. Chief Johnson said the area hospitals have been locked down. It's been our experience, and I think it's been the experience around the country when dealing with these types of gangbangers, is that when somebody gets shot or is killed, and they go to the hospital, all their friends like to go there to be with them or pay respects to protect them, he told the New Mexican. But again, we had a mess here. We didn't also want to have a mess at all the hospitals because there's obviously a lot of innocent folks there that needed our protection. He said, I'll apologize initially to the law-abiding citizens that came to Red River to have a good Memorial Day weekend, not the gangbangers that are ruining it for all of them. Officials said the investigation was ongoing and appealed for witnesses or anyone with footage to contact the New Mexico State Police. New Mexico State Police. New Mexico State Police. So, what do we got an article here. Let's pull up this article. Who are the Banditos? So apparently to the U.S. government, they're like one of the biggest fucking, they pose a serious national domestic threat. Majority, criminal activity, drug trafficking, cross-border drug smuggling. So they're the ones that are selling the drugs. So Hell's Angels, Mongols, Outlaws, Sons of Silence, and Banditos are all connected together. Outlaws, Sons of Silence, Mongols, Hell's Angels. The Banditos. Bandito. 9 people were killed, 18 others wounded in a Waco, Texas shootout 8 years ago. Cossacks, that was the Banditos versus the Cossacks. Saga of Jack McDowell. All right, so what are we trying to say? R.I.P. to the people, that died. If there's any innocent, R.I.P. definitely to them. Hopefully there are no innocent people. They're all gangsters, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're guilty, right? They could have been like the peaceful one. They could have been like the cornstalk of the one. They were the ones that the Talgallita, the bunch, the ones that loved the white man too much. Loved the white man more than the white man loved himself. So that sucks. Fucking Memorial Day weekend. Maybe next year, Memorial Day, we can have a Woodstock or, we're hippies. Let's, instead of all these motorcycle loud ass fucking engine guzzling, gas guzzling, fucking stinky ass fucking, let's just have Woodstock, right? Just everybody come one, come all. And we'll have picnics and, a bunch of blankets and some music. 3 days of just, music, of just peace, love, and music. This bandito shit. Who needs this fucking bandito bullshit? With all the problems in the fucking world, inviting these banditos into your neighborhood, just inviting more problems. So,